For our study, we did JCPenny's Company Incorporated and Macy's Incorporated. We chose JCPenny Company Incorporated and Macy's Incorporated because these two retail giants have been strong competitors for many years and continue to compete for the same market share. By studying these two companies, we aim to learn more about each company, such as their values, employee relationships, and corporate culture. Also, how each company differentiates itself from its competitors. Now, let's take a glance at JCPenny. JCPenny was founded in 1902 by James Cash Penney. In 2002, JCPenny celebrated 100 years of retail. As of today, JCPenny has 1,100 stores nationwide. JCPenny was founded on the original mission statement by James Cash Penney, "Do unto others as you would have others do to you," which is the golden rule. Today, that same mission statement is still important as a part of the JCPenny philosophy, but they also incorporated 8 winning together principles that have served as the mission statement for JCPenny's employees today. Now let's take a look at Macy's. Macy's Inc. was founded on March 6, 1929, under the name Federated Department Stores Incorporated. In 2005, Federated became the 4th largest non-food retailer in the country. In June 2007, Federated was formally renamed as Macy's Inc. Its main headquarters is located in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it also owns Bloomingdale's brand. Macy owns 840 stores in total and has currently employed 175,700 employees. Macy's is founded under the mission statement that is as follows. Our goal is to be a retailer with the ability to see the opportunity on the horizon and have a clear path for capitalizing on it. To do so, we are moving faster than ever before, employing more technology, and concentrating our resources on those elements most important to our core customers. Now let's take a look at the methods that we use to study these two companies. First, we looked at organizational documents. We used organizational documents such as company newsletters, earnings statements, and conference call transcripts to compare and contrast the organizational values, relationships, and management and ways of doing the business. Next, we looked at media, press releases, conference calls, and then advertising. We compared the way each company portrays itself in the media through branding and connecting with the customer. Third, we looked at personal observations, which covers employee-customer interactions, employee relations, and store layouts. We compared the customer association relationship in both stores. Last, we did a survey, and then we looked at the survey responses. We compared the customer opinions and the views of the companies separately and in direct competition. Now let's look at the results of the interpretation for JCPenny. Over the years, JCPenny has changed their logo 4 times in the past 5 years. This has a lot to do with Ron Johnson, who changed the logo in 2012 as a part of his reinvention of JCPenny. The 2012 logo combines the elements that have made JCPenny an enduring American brand. By doing this, they invoked the national flag in the design, and they also showed their commitment to treating customers fair and square by incorporating this square. The square frame imagery was evident throughout all of JCPenny's marketing to remind customers of the frame the things that they love. Ron Johnson was hired to focused on reinventing JCPenny in 7 key areas: the personality, price, promotion, product, presentation, place, and people. But Ron Johnson didn't do as well as they had originally hoped. So they reverted back to the old logo in 2013 after Ron Johnson was fired and former JCPenny CEO Mike Ullman was rehired. As of October 2013, JCPenny's new branding was simply switched back to the old. JCPenny has brought back the old logo, JCPenny, in a simple traditional red font as part of the revamp. This shows us that the customer's perception of a brand can make or break a company. Customers see the classic JCPenny logo as a familiar one that reignites pride in the company and symbolizes that JCPenny has faithfully served the communities in America for over 100 years. The branding strategy used recently was JCPenny's apology ad. The JCPenney's released a commercial apologizing for a jumble of changes instituted by recently ousted Chief Executive Ron Johnson. It supports their way of connecting with the customer by listening to them. And here is the commercial.
It's no secret. Recently, JCPenny changed. Some changes you liked, and some you didn't. But what matters with mistakes is what we learn. We learned a very simple thing: to listen to you, to hear what you need to make your life more beautiful. Come back to JCPenny. We heard you. Now, we'd love to see you.
Along with this ad, JCPenney also has its reward program, which is a rewards credit card that allows customers to receive more money back on their purchases with the credit card. They also send out countless coupons to their customers by mail and email, and they also have a very strong presence on Facebook. We have the core values of JCPenney's. Their main value is listening to the customer. Also, as previously stated, these are the winning together principles that JCPenney's has employed in their mission statements. Their associates, which they value and develop and reward the contributions and talents of all the associates. Integrity, which they act only with the highest ethical standards. Performance, where they provide coaching and feedback to perform at their highest level. Recognition, which they celebrate the achievements of others. Teamwork, they win together through leadership, collaboration, open and honest communication, and respect. Quality, we strive for the excellence in our work, products, and services. Innovation, which is they encourage the creative thinking and intelligent risk-taking. And last, which is community, which they care about and are involved in our communities. The employees of JCPenney strongly identify with these core values of the organization. Employees are encouraged to put the customer first no matter what. They must do everything in their power to satisfy the customer, even if the customer is just looking and not buying. Next, the improvements that we found out through our study was that due to Ron Johnson's changes, the new CEO, or the old Mike Ullman, should continue to remove any traces of his predecessor, the former Apple executive Ron Johnson, whose disastrous 17-month tenure at JCPenney CEO ended with his oust in April. We also found that the employee dress code should be changed because the workers should get uniforms so it'll be easier to locate and identify the salesperson. Now it's on to Macy's. First, we identified Macy's MOM, which is their three-pronged business strategy. The acronym MOM stands for My Macy's, Omnichannel, and Magic Selling. My Macy's stands for the localization that Macy's is striving to achieve. This localization essentially means that they're trying to make sure that each Macy's is tailored to the area that it is in. For example, someone in Texas is not going to exactly want the same thing that someone in New York is going to want. So they want to make sure that each Macy's is serving the customer that it's set out to serve. Next is the omnichannel, but we'll be looking at that later because it is really a big part of the Macy's incorporation. Last is the magic selling, which is the basis for how Macy's encourages customers in Macy's store and how to coach associates for success. The acronym MAGIC stands for Meet and Make a Connection, Ask Questions and Listen, Give Options, Give Advice, Inspire to Buy, and Celebrate the Purchase. The word magic is also used throughout Macy's mission statement. They have a motto saying, be magical. So they put magic in everything they do. That also comes with Macy's special events, with their events like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, which is one of the most celebrated events throughout the year. They also have 4th of July fireworks and other holiday traditions such as the bringing of Santa and the holiday windows that are outside of their stores. This kind of branding is perfect for the business because it incorporates Macy's name into just the regular everyday life. Also, we could bring it back to the omni-channel retailer. Macy's Inc. is a premier national omni-retailer. As Macy's states on their website, omni-channel means our stores, websites, and mobile devices are all working in unison. We are driving store customers online and online customers in stores. We are using mobile to feed both store and online. Through this multi-platform branding approach, they also are targeting the millennial generation, which is part of their branding strategy. By targeting the millennial generation, which is 13 to 30-year-olds and is now the largest generation, it will increase sales and also increase traffic because most of this population is using their phone or the internet to shop. Which also brings us to the development of private brand merchandise, which would bring more customers to Macy. Just like JCPenney's, the private brand merchandise is private brands that will only are exclusive at Macy's, or they're part of exclusives that current brands have, but only the certain products will be at the Macy's store. This is also help bring customers in. For example, Macy's in 2012 announced that Finish Line, this athletic footwear shops, will be opened inside of the Macy's department stores, meaning that their shoe section will now be run by Finish Line, and they will have a reputable shoe brand running their stores, bringing more people in for Finish Line and also more into Macy's in general. The Macy's Inc. core values are such. Macy's Inc. is a premier national omnichannel retailer with iconic brands that each operate outstanding stores and dynamic online sites. Macy's core values include the customer and customer-centric strategies, communications with employees, shareholders, vendors, customers, financial analysts, and the news media, skill, judgment, and talent of our people. It is clear from the last two that the importance of the employee is key in Macy's Incorporated. Macy's encourages open and honest communications with not only its shareholders and its customers, but with its employees as well. Also, that they value each customer so much each associate so much that their skill and the judgment of their people and the talent of their people is very important to them. Now let's compare the two companies. Their similarities are as follows. They both Macy's and JCPenney host various private labels that are exclusive to their stores. They are also both large retail stores that host many different brands as well as their own. Each store has a vast history in the industry and are American icons. They also boast lower prices than most other department stores. They also are in the same market where they incorporate all of the above. Now to the differences. Overall, we found in our study that JCPenney's is cheaper than Macy's in most of its products. Also, that can contrast to Macy's catering to the more affluent customer. Because JCPenney offers more private brands than Macy's, this could have spiraled the incident that occurred with the Martha Stewart brand and the legal debate that the two companies have. But Macy's also hosts a large spectacle events, which brings Macy's into the everyday. These two businesses host many different options that make either one a very viable choice. But after a survey that we did, we found that Macy's was the victor in the market. We did a survey that was taken by college-age females, and they stated that Macy's shoe department and its good prices on name brands, quality items, clothing, and variety of products are what brought them into Macy's. They also cited that their direct competitors to Macy's were Nordstrom's, Lord & Taylor, and Saks Fifth Avenue. But another major competitor was also listed as JCPenney's and Kohl's, but a lot of people didn't see them as equivalent because JCPenney catered to lower prices and Macy's was a cater to more affluent or higher quality products. All the participants of the study said that they preferred Macy's over JCPenney, and the reasons that they stated were because Macy's has better quality, more up-to-date products, and lower priced products over JCPenney's. In conclusion, when looking at JCPenney, we found that management plays the most important role in the success of a company, especially when citing the example of Ron Johnson and his downfall of a lot of the JCPenney's branding strategy. But when you look at Macy's who is a strong company that grows and adapts to change of times and competition and the wonders of a developed business plan. It shows that with a developed business plan and a good leadership, that a company can surpass all the perils that it has faced. And that's it.